Hello bowling superfans, my name is Emil Williams Jr. We are standing inside the International Training and Research Center here in Arlington, Texas, which serves as the backdrop for the inaugural The Core Challenge. What is it, you ask? Two bowling superfans have won the experience of a lifetime, a chance to train with Team USA head coach Rod Ross and USBC Gold coach and equipment expert Lou Marquez. These two bowling superfans will be on a collision course, a match, one-on-one. 3 games, total pinfall, mano a mano, for the chance to win the inaugural Core Challenge trophy and, of course, bragging rights within the Core community. I think it's time that we meet the competitors. What do you say? Welcome to the Core Challenge.
My name's Deanna. I work at the Disneyland Resorts Parks as a custodial worker.
My name is Wes Daniel. I work in affordable multifamily housing, and I'm the president and founder of Street Bundles, which is a 501c3 nonprofit that helps homeless folks in Southern California.
I started bowling when I was around 5 years old.
Early 2014, so about 3.5 years ago.
My parents actually met through bowling, Lucky Lanes in Los Angeles, California. Ever since then, it's been a family thing.
My buddy invited me to bowl because one of his team members had dropped out, so I was able to finish the season. And I guess I just kind of figured that if I was going to do it, I might as well try to be good at it.
I want to do a PWBA tour, so that's where my goal is right now.
Literally, the bowling community in San Diego became my community.
My favorite bowler, Michelle Feldman. I just love the way she would throw the ball, go out there, her attitude.
Norm Duke, no question about it. I think Norm is a great bowler, but he also just seems like the type of guy you'd want to sit down and have a beer with, you know, and that goes a long way.
Right now, I'm only bowling once a week in my league.
This season I'm bowling on 3 leagues. In the summer I bowled on 2. Last year I only bowl on 1.
I used to bowl every weekend. You could find me in a bowling alley from the morning to the night.
I usually practice 1 day a week somewhere in there.
Just recently, 2 months ago, I shot my 300. I did it when I was in juniors, but as an adult, I've never done it before.
My high game is 280. I bowled that like 2 weeks ago on league. My high series, I don't know, it's less than 700, more than 650, but I don't know exactly what it is.
A few years ago, I bowled the 800 series. So I bowled my 800 before my 300.
The first 2 tournaments that I competed in, my average hadn't caught up to me yet. So the very first tournament I was in, I won first place in singles, first place in team, and first in all events. And then the second tournament I was in, I did exactly the same.
In 2007, PEPSI Youth Championships, I was actually the night before at prom. I told my parents, you know, I couldn't miss prom, but I was like, I love bowling that much, I can't miss bowling. They're like, we're gonna do the impossible. We took a 7-hour drive overnight to San Francisco where it was being held. With my hair up in my bun, all still fancy, I went and bowled and won the tournament.
Monday night I bowled on my league and nothing I did worked, and ended up with a 470 series or something like that because I just couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong.
I have poor consistency. I will admit that right now.
I've always struggled with timing.
I'd be good, but then you'll see me tug or go left, go right, and my consistency is very poor.
You get frustrated, so you start throwing the ball instead of rolling it, and it doesn't work, and so you get more frustrated.
This is where Team USA practices, and this is where they get all their knowledge.
What I'd really like to be able to do is be able to self-diagnose.
Getting to pick the brains of the coaches.
You get this experience. I mean, like, who gets that? Seriously, who anywhere gets that?
Just to be able to be here is amazing, like, you know, learning more about the sport of bowling. That's what I'm all for. I love how, you know, it keeps changing.
To get to be here and eventually win the trophy after I win the match totally makes it worthwhile.
I'm going to win.
Now that Wes and Deanna have given us a sneak peek into their lives, we should probably tell them how Rod and Lou are about to run them through the most rigorous and diabolical bowling boot camp, all filled with intense questions and data collection known to mankind.
My name is Rod Ross.
I'm Lou Marquez.
This is a great concept, you know. We were just really thrilled when we started hearing about this.
I'm actually going to meet who teaches Team USA.
One of the things that I, greatly, feel passionate about is just helping our industry in the pro shops.
The announcement was made that he was coming to be the pro shop manager, and so, I Googled him and read up about Lou. So it's really exciting.
Kind of different than doing lessons. We're going to kind of run them through a repeatability analysis, kind of like the prelude that we do on the lesson to figure cause and effect.
Some of the language of how we lay out bowling balls.
I know what it means.
I don't know that I'm smart enough to get it.
When it comes down to numbers, I'm still trying to figure that out.
I'll hear it, and if any of it absorbs, that'll be awesome.
They're still going to leave with a pretty good plan, but they're going to get like new bowling balls with like new tires for the car and everything, and we're going to get them laid out to match up to their style.
The average league bowler that comes in, that wants to amass knowledge, wants to get better, those are the stars that are really important.
Since they're getting arsenals and we're going to get them trained for a match and everything, it's put a new component of what we're going to be doing here.
Our goal here is to provide services and products and education of the highest level.
We're going to be kind of tuning these players up to get ready for tomorrow, so it's kind of like we're in the pits of a racetrack, and we're going to kind of see how the car's running and everything and just tune everything up. Deanna and Wes, welcome to the ITRC. We're going to kind of get ready for your analysis this morning and everything, but we just need to get a little bit of background. How long have you been bowling? How heavy a ball are you throwing? Is it most likely going to be high? Is it going to be light?
What type of spare ball do you use?
Do you use your spare ball at all spares or just the corner pin? What pin most likely is going to be left?
How do you approach the condition at home?
Are you going to miss it to the left or miss it to the right?
Do you tend to like to angle the ball out more or play more direct?
When you line up on the approach,
you find more success that way?
What do you target down the lane? What part of your foot do you use?
What's the motion that you like seeing typically when your ball is going down the lane?
So any issues?
And when you shoot a spare, do you take any medication?
So it's fine now.
Are you comfortable with it? Do you ever change hand positions?
What would you say is the strong point of your game?
My roll.
Ball roll, the release, and everything?
Yes.
Balance at the line.
Finish position?
Yeah.
What is the area that you would like to improve?
Being more consistent.
What do you mean by being more consistent?
I go left a lot, I go right.
That's accuracy.
Accuracy.
All right, how about you, Wes?
Probably my release.
How would you describe your revolutions? Do you think they're equal to your speed?
I would say they would be equal to my speed.
Equal to your speed? Okay.
Probably equal.
You had some issues with the shoulder?
My right shoulder.
Your right, so it's your bowling shoulder?
Right now it's fine. I had earlier this year some pretty substantial pain in it.
And you mentioned too about your knee.
I've torn the ACL in both knees, and in my left knee it was the ACL, MCL, and meniscus.
You put about your hand and possibly your wrist.
It would be painful where I couldn't even hold the ball. So when I went to go see what's wrong, they said I had like arthritis, but it was also part of...
You were young too.
Yes. It was more of, I have diagnosed with lupus.
And then something about your back.
You know, the hole through where our nerves go through, it was getting smaller, so they diagnosed it spinal stenosis.
All right, I think we got enough kind of background, especially kind of where we're going to be going today. So what we're going to run you guys through to give you kind of an idea of the day, we're going to run you through what's called a shot repeatability analysis. And fancy terms, we're just going to see how well you can repeat your shots. Any questions before we get started?
Oh, I'm excited.
All right, that's going to be kind of cool.
Next week on the Core Challenge, Wes and Deanna hit the lanes for the first time, where they come face to face with the pristine and challenging conditions here at the ITRC. That's next Wednesday on Bowl TV.